Hey guys, what is going on? So today we're going to be talking all about the iPhone XS Max silicone case from Apple. For me, this is one of my favorite cases. I get it every single year when I get a new iPhone, and I also get an iPhone leather case as well. So I get two of those cases and an iPhone every single year just because those are my two favorite cases of all time. The reason why I like this case is because it looks absolutely amazing. It's super simple. It's not rugged like an OtterBox. I really don't like OtterBox just because they're so thick and they're so rugged and they don't feel good in your hand. But this case is a total opposite. It feels really good. It's super simple. It's just like an easy look. It's not trying too hard like an OtterBox, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but so the very first thing I want to go over, guys, so when you lay the screen down on the face, like on a surface, it has lips. The case has lips, so it makes sure that your screen will not hit the surface so it doesn't scratch or anything like that. For some cases, they do not have a lip. When you put it down on the surface, like on the face, it starts to get scratched. That's the thing that I do like about it. So you can lay it on the face and it's not gonna get scratched at all. Unless you like put it on a rock for some reason. If you would do, I don't know, if you would do that for some reason, then it would probably scratch because it's not even, but yeah. The next thing, guys, is if you put it down facing down, like on the back of it, it doesn't have a wobble. As you guys know, if you do not have a case on the iPhone XS Max, or any iPhone pretty much for that matter, it has a wobble, and that is not good because it can either scratch your camera or it could scratch the corner of the iPhone. That happened to my iPhone X a little bit, not too badly though. But yeah, that's what I did notice about it. So it did wobble, which is also really annoying. But this case, it does not wobble or anything like that. And it also protects the camera and the back of the phone. I mean, that's a pretty obvious thing that it does. Another thing, guys, inside of the case, as you guys can see, it is a microfiber feel, like material inside of it, which is a really good thing, especially for these new iPhones that are glass on the back, which are a lot easier to scratch than aluminum. Like, this is pretty necessary for glass iPhones. You want them to not get scratched, because when you put in the case, you slide it, and if it doesn't have the microfiber like texture, little like sand or dust or something like that, it's going to scratch the back, the glass, and you obviously don't want your iPhone to get scratched. So I'm really glad they added a microfiber material. They've always had this for the silicone case, even when they were aluminum back, and it didn't really need one, but they just wanted to make sure it doesn't get scratched. Next thing, guys, is this is a huge thing for me personally. The buttons have to feel nice when you press them. They have to be very easy to press, and it has to be a satisfying click, as you could hear this right here. Very satisfying, as you guys can tell. In some cases, you cannot even press them because they're so thick and they're just hard to press, period. Also, guys, with the buttons, they do have a different kind of color than the actual case. As you guys could see, the buttons and also the Apple logo on the case are a different kind of shade of white, or maybe even a gray color, which is a really nice look. It gives it like a two-color tone look to it, which I really do like, because if it was all white, then you wouldn't be able to really see the Apple logo as well. And also, it just doesn't look, I don't know, I just prefer the two-tone color look. The next thing, guys, is that the ports are super accessible. You don't really need to try too hard to put like a charger in. You don't need to like open up a flap for like a life proof. Like, pretty much didn't cover anything at the bottom. I do like that just because you could see the color. As you can see, I have that nice gold color. By the way, guys, I definitely recommend the gold color if you haven't got one yet. That way you could see the color of your phone, because if that was covered, you wouldn't be able to see what color it is, obviously. So I do like that they opened that up a little bit. And also, you might be thinking, if you drop it on the bottom, it's gonna like scratch up the bottom. It doesn't actually affect the bottom at all, because the lips of the bottom of the phone make sure your actual phone does not touch the surface, which is a really important thing, because if they made that where it could be touched, the bottom of your phone would be absolutely scratched and destroyed. So that's a really important but small feature. I mean, I don't know if I would call it a feature, but it's a really important thing about this case. Another thing, guys, is that when you have this case, it is a little bit grippy. I do like that because this phone is a pretty large phone, and it's pretty easy to lose it out of your hands if you're not careful. So I like that it adds a little bit of a grippy feel to it. And also, guys, the longer that you have the case, the longer that you wear the case, it's gonna get worn in more, and it's gonna actually get a little bit more grippy the longer that you use it, which could be a good thing and could be a bad thing depending on what you like about it. I actually like it a lot that it gets more grippy because it's easier to hold, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, that is everything that I wanted to go over. With this case, is really worth it in my opinion, because it's really simple. It's like my style. I don't like too many things going on in a case. It's super simple. Any color you get, it's super simple, and it's really protective. I've dropped my phone in a silicone case a lot, and I've never cracked it or anything like that. It's held up very, very well. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. If you guys like this video and it helped you out in deciding if you wanted this case or not, please drop a like and subscribe, guys. It really supports this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.